The Lord of all dead. Ruler of life and death, conqueror of the lands. Greet His Majesty, Death King Karnak. Baro's head commander of the legions of death. What could it be? Baros, the preparations are ready. Yes, that I have a good feeling about it this time. All or nothing. Let's go, young master. Yeah, let's go back to those days. When we lived like humans. Young master, please wake up. Or are you awake now? That's a familiar face, is that you, Baros? Yes. It's been a long time since I've had this face. Azuraskins, your scrawny and pompous face is just like the old days. Do really look that bad? And you still have no sense of respect. Anyways, if we've arrived at the right time. 000. Yes, here it is. The start of everything. Walked the path of necromancy with knowledge from this codex. Let's try it. This is all the power have right now. You 003 Azuraskins, is it okay to just burn it? Remember everything anyways. And it's a forbidden codex, but not much of it is actually important. Just the basics. It's better to just get rid of it than to leave a possibility we might need to deal with. See, you planned out everything. Young master, you're looking more handsome than usual. How long has it been since I've heard that sound? It's asking for food. Let's go eat something. Yes, young master. The king, sure. We have to eat well to be able to resolve our concerns. Should we just order one? What are you talking about? We should order one per person. 2 whole chickens, please. My stomach is full, and now I'm going into a food coma. We should be able to pass out and sleep once we get back. The fact that we have to see that again is kind of annoying. The family must be the same as ever, right? Hate them. We'll be fine as long as we suck up to them. I'm not the young un of this time anymore. The problem is how strange the situation is. Yes. It's not just 1 or 2 things that are weird. This horse, too. Did you see how the stage station manager was buttering up to us? Hello. We'll make sure to feed your horses well. It makes no sense that a fallen family would have horses of such a good breed. Since you've worked hard, the young master will give you this as reward. The citizens we bumped into earlier, too. Those who used to scorn us, who called us the scoundrel and the scoundrel's attendant. Were happy to see us, so much so that they even teared up. Thought this was a nightmare. Yeah. Definitely feel uneasy. We'll find out once we return home. Was the one who discovered him as he was dying alone. Afterwards, I brought Baros home with me, and father surprisingly allowed it. Since even if I'm an illegitimate child, the family had to save face, and would need an attendant of some sort. Young master, young master. What? This is definitely the Jester's residence, right? Obviously. Lord. It's already been half a year. Since you became the head of the family. Half a year. Have you achieved your goal? Butler Tapel played goal. Isn't that why you went on a journey? Ah, well, sort of. Really, that's good. The late Lord and Isabella would have been glad. What? Father died, and why did my stepmother die? After Tessel and Ferelth passed away as well, times were looking grim, but now feel a bit better. So that's why I became the Lord. Damn it, that's just what happened. Why did my entire family die? The goal of my journey is obvious. It must have been to master necromancy while no one was looking. There's no way you would have revealed the goal honestly. That's why I must have said some bullshit about going on a journey. But why would need necromancy in a situation like this? What are you worrying about? The young master says he's exhausted from the long journey. Can we continue this conversation tomorrow? Ugh. Ah. Apologize, my lord. Failed to consider that. Please hurry and go rest in your room. 110. Good job, Barrows. Of course. We got out for now, but what are you going to do? Everything he was saying was so new that now don't know what's going on. There's a method for times like this. Ah. You know what we need to prepare now, right? Let's hurry that we need to move while everyone's asleep. Honk shoo. He's completely asleep. I've prepared the herbs here. It took a while to get them. Alright, that let's commence the mind inspection now. Awaken, my servant. Yes, master. Explain the whole process of how Jester's finances improved and how became the head of the household. 4 years ago. It is carried out under the presence of the allium priest, and the victor is only decided through the death of one side. You dug your own grave. Hon, it wasn't me. No wonder everyone likes. It's a losing fight. That's why I must have chosen this path instead of continuing the war. Deventer could not have refused such an offer since it would ruin their image if they did. If won the duel and secured the copper mine as a result, it would have helped us avoid starvation. But with your current skill level, you're bound to end up dead. That's why I'm going to prepare as best as can. When is the duel? A month from now. Could you attend in my stead? It's allowed in the rules. Here, have some tea too. So this was all bribery. Apologize, but don't think can. What? You've killed 3 of the 4 martial kings. That was all thanks to your necromancy. It only sounds easy, you don't gain martial prowess from just experience alone. Like how it's meaningless to learn advanced swordsmanship if you don't have arms. Although that's a rather dramatic example. Gasp. Could maybe do it if had half a year to train, but a month? No way. Pooh. Stop eating then. Don't be petty, why don't you just look for someone in the Night Order? Wouldn't be here if there was someone talented enough in the Night Order. Then you have only one choice. You have to use necromancy. Understand why you learned it now. Well, there is a problem. Necromancy is banned. Do you remember? In the past when we were on the run. This way. There are traces of them. Don't lose them. The one to catch that demon will be blessed by allium. We managed to eliminate the household stealthily by using necromancy. Young master, faster. Damn it, how did they find out? But the priests of allium singled me out as the culprit. You devil. They were certain that was a necromancer. Come, wandering souls, erase the fates of the living using the light of the abyss. Resentful spirit wraith. Necromancy. He's using evil magic. Get ready. It's coming. Raise the guardian plaques. Guardian plaque, holy relics of the allium order that wards off evil. What the hell? Does the goddess blessing not work? Get what the plan was. To stealthily use necromancy while pretending to engage in normal combat. However, the judges of the trial duel are the priests. I'd just be repeating the past if used necromancy. Don't want to live life on the run again. Let's just get some money and run away. I'll look for the jewels and funds. But wouldn't that be a shame? All the family members that hated died, and the people here like me. 27 Ha goodness. Are you gonna keep up the act of a good old patriarch? You can do that. I'll just prepare for your funeral. Ugh, it's not an act, you make me sound like a bad guy, huh? Wait, Burrows. Sit back down. It might be dangerous, but have an idea. Northern Fort of Devonter Ha. Wah. That's enough, let's take a short break. Wah. Sir Randolph, how are preparations for the trial duel going? Randolph Devonter's strongest knight. Haha Sir Bright, what preparations would need to make against someone so unskilled? That's true, but do not let your guard down. He must have some kind of. Get it. Good thing decided to snoop around here. Randolph might not be powerful in combat, but in a unknown battle, his opponent actually has a chance of winning. How the simple foolish type who uses typical heavy sword techniques. He hasn't even learned battle aura yet. It's easy to predict the movements of opponents like him. Anyway, it's a good thing for me. Well, as it is, another month still won't be enough, excuse me. Do you have business with my brother Randolph? You keep glaring at him. Oh, are you Sir Randolph's little sister? Do you have business with him? Was taken in by the vigor of the North's strongest knight. He's an idol to us guys. Oh, what a coincidence. Is the lady perhaps in need of a handkerchief? We'll give you a special price. 20 oh my. Fat Hat 1 looks good. Yes, you have a great eye for things. 100 she didn't catch on to me, right? Gestured Estate Personal Drill Hall. Let me rest first, phew. What? We're starting the real stamina training right now. Yes sir, that was rehab. What? Then what was doing just now? Uck. Shall we begin the training now? D20 until the duel first, make sure you eat a filling breakfast in the morning. Meet first thing in the morning. After that, go to the drill hall and do 100 push-ups. 100. Match it with 100 pole swings. Ugh. 100 squats. Yes, we'll have a break. AA break. Right after that. Then another meat-heavy meal. Push-ups. Pole swings. Squats. Ha. Ha. Young master, it seems like you've finally built some stamina. Of course, since trained so much. Although I'm still lacking compared to you, Burrows. You're so bulky. It's because did twice the training you did. Let's start sword fighting training now. Oh, swordsmanship finally. Please hold the sword. It's a mess. Your arms are trembling. What are you looking at right now? Relax your shoulders. Put your weight into your heels. Please bend your knees more. Tense your arms. Now, again. Geez, he's so strict. 000 now you're finally looking decent. If you maintain this stance, you won't be beheaded in one attack. We'll attack now. Please prepare yourself. Sure, I'll counter. He's quick. What are you doing? Please get into your stance. His barrage of attacks makes it to counter. The only thing can do is maintain my stance. This is the reason why knights can have a field day against civilians. They won't give their opponents the chance to counterattack at all. You need to hold your stance and dodge the subsequent attack. See, but even if hold my stance, can't dodge the next attack. Of course. To be honest, the goal of this training is to show your fighting will to Randolph. Is there a need for me to do that in a duel? Randolph has a habit of showing off, so he will try to show off his skills in front of the spectators while toying with his opponent. However, it's different if his opponent loses their will to fight. A drawn-out fight will damage his honor. That's why he will try to defeat his opponent right away. You need to show him that you won't give up. Do that so you won't die with one hit. D5. Ha. Louder. Ha. Uck. Louder. Make sure you're heard. RGH. Don't dream about taking a slash. You'll just be sliced. You must always roll on the ground. Damn it, I'll look stupid. Huff. Huff. Good. Yes. D2. Nice. Huff Huff might end up dying before fight Randolph. Good, with this think you're just about ready. Shall we get into the final part? We'll now teach you the 4 Martial Kings sword technique. The 4 Martial Kings. You know such a thing? Of course, know most techniques. The 4 Martial Kings were all my underlings. I've learnt all of their techniques except for Martial King Rapisal. Why haven't you learnt hers? You didn't turn her into a death knight. She resisted till the end, so you cut her into thirds and made her a palace gatekeeper. Did. Am cruel. Anyway, what you'll learn today is Martial King Levin's Delphiad sword technique. Will that be possible in just 2 days? It's a martial. We just need 1 day. Day Deventer U0026 gestured border. This will be fun. Who do you think will win? Of course, it'll be Sir Randolph. Just don't want a boring end. Will Lord Karnak manage to win? Heard he was training hard, so we'll have to believe in him. Let's go, Barrows. Yes, young master. Mumble mumble Azuriskang. Be silent in the presence of the allium. Both houses have claimed ownership of the copper mines, and thus requested a trial. The ownership of the mine will be decided through combat. Karnak of House Gestured, come forward and face the goddess. Sir Randolph of Deventer, come forward and face the goddess. Before the fight, according to the rules, a handicap in equipment has been applied based on the fighter's abilities. Fighters, in the name of Allium, do you pledge to fight honorably? Swear. Azuraskans. Let the trial by combat begin. Azuraskans. But, that doesn't change anything. That doesn't change anything. Ugh. We'll only know once we see things through. Azuraskans. Yeah, so you aren't all talk, are you? The Lord is putting up a decent fight. Knew there was something different about him. The start is going as expected. Not especially fast or threatening. You can easily tell that he's still scouting his opponent out. Good, that I should stick to what I've trained for. Azuraska, given that, now, should show them my will to fight. Come at me. His eyes are full of determination. His skills are lacking, but he's got spirit. Let's take this up a notch. 9%. What kind of crude skill is that? He rolled out of the way. Oh, wow, our lord is really dexterous. Azuraskans. Well, that's one way to do it. I've never seen anything like that before. What? You're nothing. Don't even need my shield. Azuraskans. You're so slow, thought you were a turtle, a muscular pig like you calls himself a knight. That cheeky bastard. Are you mocking me? Fine then, that I'll make sure you can't run your mouth anymore. Try your worst. That stance, the Delphiad sword technique. The sword stance of a martial king. That stance was created by Martial King Levin, one of the 4 martial kings. The Lord must have been training with the techniques of the martial kings. 000 whisper 000 Azuraskans. Damn, our Lord might actually win. Almost fell for the taunt. Ha. Just need to stay calm and focused. The sword techniques of martial kings can only be used by geniuses with real battle experience. He's far from capable of using it properly. Don't know how this fool managed to learn the technique, but did he really think it would guarantee his victory? The martial king's technique, I commend the effort. The new lord of the Jestard estate will enact justice in the name of Allium. But you can't defeat me. Look at the way he's glaring at me. This isn't enough to take him down. Azuraskans. Heh. You think it's possible to learn it in just one day? That's the martial king's technique. You just need to roughly copy it. Can really? You 003 Azuraskans. You won't have to pick up a sword again once this is over. Just show enough skill to make people think you've been training. Our real plan lies elsewhere, right? Barrows. Brace yourself, my lord. Is it time? Even if you can mimic the moves, without a proper strike, everyone will see through your tricks. I'll show you exactly what to do. Randolph will go for your legs to end the fight. He's doing that to limit your movement. At the right moment, shift into a defensive stance and stab your sword into the ground. A newbie really blocked that. Immediately after, swing your sword upward in a diagonal arc. Ugh. Azuraskans. Quickly switch your grip. And strike one more time. Double uppercut, overkill. Saraskans. Haha. Is that all you've got? You did let your guard down, though. I'm sure you'll be made fun of by your fellow peers. I'm risking my life right now, and all you have for me is concern. This isn't so bad, won't have to feel sorry for you afterwards. Ha, his expression. What? Ack. What? Wait, don't tell me, that aura. Damn it, just what is this? Hey, Randolph. No matter what kind of dirty tricks you have up your sleeve, won't lose. Yon arg. My legs are. Ugh you. Look, this is necromancy, without a doubt. We need to stop him. Damn it, what the hell is going on? Irk. What did that bastard Karnak do to me? Looks like you're confused. Still, you shouldn't be causing a scene like this. Erp. It almost looks like he's being controlled by the curse. That's because he's still unskilled in controlling it. We have no choice, kill him when an opportunity arises. No. There's no way, don't believe it. Those are all things that we bought recently from a peddler. And what about this suspicious bottle of medicine in Randolph's room? Suspicious? It's just a hair growth formula that we got from a merchant. He's always been worried about his hair loss, and, my lady, these couldn't be clearer pieces of evidence of necromancy. A hearing shall be held soon. A few days later, estate of Jestard. Barrows, how is it? It's a feast fit for champions. 400. It's amazing compared to the food ate when was training. I have chills just eating it. Of course, it's a feast to celebrate your victory. 40 yum. Is it okay for us to eat like this? I'm sure there's also a feast going on in the town square. But young master, how did you think of a spell like that? Had to do anything to win. It only worked as well as it did thanks to Randolph's fiery personality. So you're telling me you're going to use necromancy? Are you serious about this? Seriously, am the only one serious about this? Listen to what say first. It's the same whether you die while getting caught using necromancy or during the trial. Wouldn't it be better if one were to use it then? If you think of it like that, aren't right? But won't use it. Randolph will. What do you have in mind? I'll have to put up an act. Acting idiotic is my expertise. With how far the officials are, I should be able to fool them. In a situation where we're fighting each other, it'll be hard to tell who's using the spell. It's an incredibly strong and high-level necromancy spell, so even the Order won't suspect that was behind it. They don't think I'm that skilled, after all. Guess there's nothing to worry about, then. There's just one issue, however. If want to do this, need my opponent to spill some blood. But with my current skills, don't know if my blade could even come close. Young master, wait. You're telling me that all you need to do is to make your opponent bleed? Where should cut? Had such a horrible time. You're worse than the devil. Aren't you glad that you put that much effort though? But there's something peculiar about this. Randolph should have been able to win without necromancy. But we were somehow able to escape any suspicion, and all they did was conduct an investigation against the Deventer. The investigators were convinced that Randolph used necromancy. Why was that? Gesselin Grand Temple Order of Allium. Are you done investigating the Deventer's dark powers? Since this is a big issue, only report facts that were confirmed. From experience in our investigations, we're certain about this. This wasn't from any ordinary necromancer. Using the fragment of the transcendent, the goddess warned us that the attributes matched perfectly. This is the darkness of the apocalypse. Ha, looks like luck is on my side during this life. The world is in our favor. Yay! Pwahaha. All we need to do now is enjoy life to its fullest. This is what second lives are all about. But young master, with the Deventer family gone, there are plenty of powers that will try to take over the mines. Indeed, that's why I need to strengthen my necromancy. What if the Order were to find out? That's why I need to figure out a way to use necromancy without getting caught. Months later. Have to focus. Negative energy from the moonlight. Darkness of the deep night. Call upon the corrupt energy, filter it. How modest, you'll definitely be a good knight. The soldiers are getting a drink together today. Do you want to come? I've been assigned by the young master to an important task. What a shame. See you tomorrow, then. Yes, goodbye. Young master. It's snack time. 1001. Ah. Please knock first. Goodness, that was dangerous. What was the technique you just used? It didn't look like necromancy. Phew, you're sharp. It's difficult to consider this necromancy now. It's more akin to mana. Azuraskans, isn't it only possible for you to use mana if you switch your power? A knight's battle aura. A mage's mana. A cleric's divinity. This transcendent force accumulates only the energy that is suitable to the force in your body, filtering away the originally negative emotions like hate and grudges, leaving only the pure energy of darkness and death, then transforming it into Ma. That is how my chaos mana was completed. U003 Azuraskans. From its appearance, it looks similar to normal mana. That's the name gave it. Didn't ask. Now that you said it, it does feel closer to. Think it'll be okay for me to pretend to be a mage now. But can you mimic the amount of strength you had back then with chaos mana? With a lot of power comes a big incident. Now all need is enough power to protect the territory. Gestured territory. Western Forest. Think we've caught all of the monsters in the mines. Yes, good job. Get ready to pull out. I'll make the report myself. Azuraskans. Watch out, behind you. Was a bit late. Are you okay, Gillimon? Sir Barrows, thank you. Definitely feel assured with an official knight. It hasn't even been long since I've become a knight. It still feels awkward. And embarrassing. Haha. But you said that the state of the monsters is strange these days. Yes, that these snarls have gotten at least twice as strong. Azuraskans think the rumor is really true. By rumor, do you mean the goddess oracle? The oracle of destruction that the 7 goddesses who protect the world and humanity sent down to the order. Emptiness will open its mouth and vomit a fate that is not allowed. This will be a darkness that erases light, a darkness that reaps life. In time, hardships will arise. Wrong beasts will obtain wrong power, and the dead will awaken and walk the wrong land. The king of death will come down and paint the world with blood and tears. Azuraskans. After the goddess oracle, monsters from a close continent went rampant. So this is the reason the Randolph incident moved on easily. The world's collapse. Don't we have to do something? We went through all that to regress. What can we, mere countryside bastards, do? Well, I don't know who the king of death here is, but is destroying the world that easy? We know since we've tried. Well, there are a lot of heroes, won't those humans figure it out themselves? Let's trust the forces of this world. We should just stay in our territory and enjoy this life. I'm from the goddess of suns, Latiel's order. Want your cooperation for this cause. Ugh. We're screwed. We found out that a necromancer active in Dirarth City ran away to Gestured. Azuraskans. We believe he's hiding in a nearby forest, so I'd like to ask for a guide who knows the way well. Young master, do you feel it? We have to reject him naturally. Very naturally. Hugh. How could reject affairs concerning a goddess? Haha, young master. I'll send a person you quickly. Thank you for your cooperation. Then goodbye. Thought we weren't going to intervene with worldly matters. It's a good opportunity to get a grasp on the situation with one person, don't you think? What are you going to do? We'll catch him first and then screw him up. Kevy, I'll show that guy what real power is. Ugh. Did lose all the pursuers. Leech like dogs of a goddess. Huff huff, thought I'd finally get to stop living like a beggar, but they immediately started chasing me. I'll make sure to survive and get revenge. This is the end for you. Ugh, stop, demonic necromancer. Damn it. Was wondering why I was able to run so freely. So it was a trap. We will not forgive any further commotion. Surrender. Do you think I'll let myself get caught here? Ta. Iitisa Wraith. Azuraskans take out the protection charms. My. Amigo Kila gosh, this is driving me insane. This is such a sight to see. His words and spell technique are all wrong. He obviously didn't learn the standard procedure. TSK think we should get started soon. Look at that. He started running as soon as spoke. Let's move. We have to get ahead of them before they subdue him. What? Where are you running to? Congeal, and explode. A mage? He's stronger than thought. I'll be caught at this rate. There's no other way. Phil show you the true power of death. Come forth, evil spirit. Young ones have so much energy, huh? Oh, why is he calling it an evil spirit? They're called wraiths, sigh, damn baseless fools. Ha! Can see the fear in your faces. Fear, huh? It's too late to beg for your lives now. Go. Hey. Kneel. What? Were you a necromancer? Just now figuring that out. How clueless. Who do you think you're talking to? Bet you don't know what this is either. Misdirection settles Siri, huh? My specialty. Yo-yo. Hey, get up. Yes, master. How did you gain your necromancy powers? It was just a stroke of luck. Was drowning my sorrows in the streets as usual, when suddenly, a darkness from an alley engulfed me. An unknown power began to course through my body. Realized it was the authority of the apocalypse, as foretold by prophecy. With such power available for the taking, didn't hesitate for a second. Using these powers was easy, and quickly grew stronger. Then, with my powers, killed all the people disliked, and snuck into a mansion. Ahokai, stop there. He's just some random nobody. Are you planning to mind control him? He has his own dagger. Yeah, we need to clean things up. Now. Huh. You're taking his powers too. Aren't you supposed to avoid dirty energy like his? Need to look into this further. A search party will arrive soon, so let's just take a little to avoid suspicion. We made too much noise, they'll be here any moment. Huh. Young master, are you alright? This way. The sound came from over there. Something feels off about this. Search this place thoroughly, they're already here. So, your powers also came to the past. Yeah, and that expelled energy became the darkness of the end. Ha, if that power was brought back, even if scattered, it's enough to end the world. This life is over. Aren't things hopeless now? Oh, maybe you could just call it back. It follows your command, right? If dropped coins on the street, will the coins roll back to me? We're screwed because of you. Trust the world. That's bullshit. Already tried ruining it once. The result is clear, we need to do something. Ah fuck. Thought we'd have an easy life ahead of us, what do you plan to do now? Need to look into the other darknesses, the end. Ha, guess we're back to living out of sacks. I'll make sure you're well fed. Don't want to do this either. Getting out here doesn't feel so bad, actually. Maybe it's because we're not being chased, haha. Cooper positivity we had quite the trouble before. And no sign of bandits either. We used to get harassed by them all the time. We clearly look like we have some backing now, so they won't touch us. Money sure is great. But we did leave under the pretense of giving magic training. We're heading to Dirarth, right? Yeah, that's where the last necromancer we caught got his powers. There must be clues there. It still feels a bit unplanned. The darkness of the end won't just walk itself to us. Do you have any tracking magic or something? Of course not. We need to do this the old-fashioned way. You remember where we went back in the day, right? A 0000. Dirarth Adventurer Guild. This is the best place to gather information. They have all kinds of information at hand, after all. In the past, we were able to launder our identities as adventurers. They're proving to be helpful once again. Although we were chased pretty often as wanted criminals. It'll be different this time. There's no need for us to become adventurers either. Welcome to the Adventurer Guild of Dirarth. So you need information related to the darkness of the end? How can the Lord not care when there are monsters in the territory? Even the little details too. There have been quite a bit of requests related to the darkness of the end lately. Thanks to that, we have quite a lot of information on it. Let's see. You can look through these first. That many. This is. There's way too much false information, ugh man. This one was a scam incident. This one was where a dog ate a chicken. What the heck, they're blaming the darkness of the end for a woman running away from her abusive husband. Are you serious? Looks like there aren't any useful information that should filter out the useless ones. No, just give them all. The more detailed. Is there a need? I'll use magical messaging since there are a lot of people. Sometimes, important information is hidden among these kinds of useless-looking documents. This is gonna tahi longer than expected, ugh. Why don't you believe me? 10 None. I'm serious that there is an evil necromancer in our town. Haha. Humph. Hey, did I need to file a report? No one wants to believe me. A necromancer appeared in your town. Have you already talked to the temple? They won't believe me either. Oh, please explain the situation first. A while ago, a foreigner named Cleo appeared in our town. As soon as he arrived, he took residence in an abandoned mansion. He'd flirt around with that nice little smile of his. Don't know where he got all his money at such a young age from, but he would hold town festivals all the time to make the town people like him. He seduced all of the young women of the town with some strange skill of his. Even my fiancée Emily fell for him. My angel. So, some young, handsome, and rich man is popular in town. Is that something that requires dark power? It just sounds like some common rich plebe. Man, you're overthinking this. Ugh, Apologize but cannot accept this report. Please understand why can't. Or would you like to pay the fees to personally hire an adventurer? It would be about this much. This much. You frauds. You will regret this. What a fool. He should keep his jealousy in check. Guess he thought that everyone would get up and do something if he mentioned necromancy. There are way too many people like him these days. We didn't get anything good today. Heard there's a good restaurant nearby. Why don't we go there? What? Then let's hurry. I'll contact you if anything new comes in. Young master. Ah, there's a barrier. It's very precisely made too. Even a high-ranked priest would have a hard time detecting this. He must be pretty skilled. It could just be a simple barrier. We should check if he's part of the darkness of the end. He could just be an ordinary necromancer too. See. Excuse me. Excuse me, you too. A priest? What is he doing out here? I'm Alias, rank Inquisitor of the Earth Order that serves Ha. Nice to meet you, rank 1, then he's a high-ranked priest. This is Baron Karnak of Jestard, and am the family's knight, Barrows. What did you need from us? Ah. You're not adventurers. What brings you here? Heard some strange rumors while passing by, so we just wanted to take a look. Haha, then could you do me a favor perhaps? This is all for the goddess. It's nothing weird. Woe UG.000, what would that be? It's not yet certain, but there is a possibility that a necromancer is hiding out in this town. What, the order knows. Sword and armor that looked fairly used. A well-trained body. Someone like him cannot be weak. But the both of you look very skilled, so I'm sure you'd be of great help. Would be able to use my spells much more effectively. Why are they just standing there? What if he finds out that you're also a necromancer? Then I'll just erase his memories. Phew. You're so evil. Let's try to avoid that. I have yet to see someone stay sane after going through that. Alright. We are children of the goddess, after all. Will help you. Thank you. May the 7 goddesses bless you. I'll take you to the town church first. Welcome to the Church of Wind, brother. Town church head Graz nun Julia. Goodness that Mr. Cleo is of great help to the town. He's completely unrelated to necromancy. A priest did stop by before, but he just left after a while. It's a shame that you came all this way for nothing. It's okay. It's a good thing if we came here for nothing, since that would mean no one is in danger. That would be a relief. That's true. We can't offer much, but please make yourselves comfortable during your stay here. I'll guide you to your rooms. Mr. Cleo, a message from the town. Another person from the order has come to investigate. Report to me as soon as you notice something off. Yes, sir. The rats just keep on coming. Please rest. Even they have very positive opinions of this Cleo guy. Perhaps the entire town has been deceived by this man. Yes, it'll be pointless to interrogate people about him. I'll have to meet him myself. You want to go to his mansion? Are you going to just interrogate him? There is a more effective method than that. Haha. You two just need to go along with my plan. Sir Cleo, where are you going tonight? What are you doing here? Who are these people? Oh, we've been caught. Hello. Are you the rumored young master from this estate? Heard that you've been giving out money to the townspeople. Do you think we can get some of your money too? Thieves. Ha. Can't believe it, was worried for no reason. What, you're laughing? It looks like we need to teach you a lesson. You unworthy trash who are unworthy of becoming sacrifices dare. Have no choice. I'll get rid of them here. Awaken, my undead from the underworld. Follow the darkness and bear you our vicious fangs. I'll buy the two of you some time with my authority. Understood. Gahi. Hahal, how's that? You can't handle this. O light of Hatuba, cleanse the evil. Holy dispel is this. A counter summon. Damn, I can't disappear like this. Ah, looks like got a good stretch. This is just good practice. Their strength is ordinary, but their skills and teamwork are incredible. Father, should we kill him, or let him be? Oh, I'll take care of him. A. Just as expected, it's the darkness of the end. All need to do is clean up this hallway, and... Shall we get started too? So. Anything interesting? Looks like he's always been a necromancer. He just happened to take the chance to absorb some of the darkness of the end. It's tempting since it's great power. So, anything else? It seems like he's also a cult member that reveres Tezranik. Tezranik? Seems like he's considered the god of death. What? Thought you were considered the god of death. Not anybody can claim a title like that, I'm not sure either. According to the gospel of the cult, Tezranik is the god of death and rebirth. He's considered to be an entity that will purify the world through death and create a new paradise. Those cultists though, that Tesr, whatever his name is, must be the reason for everything. Believing in a god that doesn't even exist, you're probably right that that's all the useful information there is. And there's one more thing gained. With the power of a priest I can easily refine Chaos Ma. Is the reason why you wanted to come with the priest to test this out? Correct. Since Chaos Mana is purified and sealed necromancy power, if can use divinity, thought could easily purify more Chaos Mana. So the reason why you wanted to help was to try experimenting with divinity. It was interesting to watch. With this, my mana should have doubled. Should be about a fourth circle magician. Oh. Looks like we'll need to be on the lookout for holy artifacts. We could steal from a church later. Help me wake up the priest. Let's do that. Ahem. Father, are you okay, Father? Goo. Looking into it, this power is spread through gates in time. I'm investigating the conditions for those gates to appear. Maybe 20 more necromancers, and we'll be done. That'll take at least 3 more months. Maybe some massive event is going to happen. What is this? Has the Hatoba Order contacted us already? Alias wants to see us. He'll explain more in person. Smell, something big brewing. Hatoba Temple. Mages and martial energy users are sorted into levels depending on their power. The more circles a mage has, the more advanced the spells they can use. 11H1BYN. A grand mage of the 10th circle becomes a being that transcends the limits of humanity. Actually, I've reached the stage of a grand mage. I just lack mana. An aura user awakened to martial energy is, in essence, the same. Red, blue, purple, silver, and then gold knights. The higher you go, the purer and stronger your aura exponentially gets. Among them, becoming a gold knight is a stage only attained by the 4th martial king. Relthane is a 6th circle mage, and Sarah T is a red knight, so they suffice as backup. Barrows, you never learned martial energy on your own, right? But fought the 4th martial king evenly, didn't I? You're poking my. Hey, I've heard much about you too. It's an honor for us two to meet you both. No need to be honored. How vigilant of you. You two were the ones who managed to catch so many necromancers in such a short amount of time. Clueless. Oh, is that so? Well, now that you've greeted each other, mind if begin my explanation? We don't have much time here. Azuraskans, please sit. As you can tell by the people we have gathered, we have some trouble arising. Recently, our order was involved in a problem in Trist City, and it's been causing us problems since then. Trist City is located between the Kingdom of Usteel and the Kingdom of Tarloom. It's a city that has long had quarrels over its land. The kingdoms grew tired of quarreling, sent one of each nobility to be married, and created the Count family of Trist to rule over the now neutral land. To Sang, border, ing Dien Roip. However, the problem is that this city is located in a place that is suitable for trade. They lack the authority to properly rule over the growing wealth and number of people, Azuraskans, leading to crime syndicates taking control. Thus, Trist was turned into ruins by continued crime, and the largest crime syndicates, the Ranfelts and the Plaths, expanded their power. The two clans claimed the heritage of Trist's bloodline and split the city, but they've been fighting to determine the true successor. The kingdoms, which had been troubled by the management of the city, agreed to acknowledge whichever side could rule the city properly as the new count. And so, the Ranfelts and Plaths fight continued on for decades. But the Plaths gained the upper hand ever since the darkness of apocalypse took hold. The Plaths, who were involved in the slave trade business, worked with necromancers, who had similar goals. Azuraskans, the Plaths, then quickly began to attack the Ranfelts. But they drew too much trouble. The Ranfelts, having discovered the Plaths' use of necromancers, reported it to our order. And our order made a move as soon as we confirmed the usage of necromancy. The fight ended in the victory of the Ranfelts, and the Plaths were barely able to maintain their name. Sounds like it was all resolved. The problem is, the Ranfelts are also being accused of using necromancers. Just that, unlike the Plaths, they hid it well. So both of them are the same. And the order was not aware of this. Azuraskans, it's hard to tell by the tracks the darkness of the end left. So they can just claim it wasn't them, huh? Those people are unforgivable. That sounds awfully familiar. People, those creatures have given up on being human. He really has no shame. Those unforgivable bastards. The Hatoba Order's reputation is at stake, so it must be done discreetly. That's right, that we need to move carefully. If we mess up, it might cause trouble in catching necromancers in the future. Let's disguise ourselves and infiltrate the city first. But why did you not have the members of your order take care of it? I'm ashamed to admit it. But we are leaking information from within the order. Azuraskans, the previous group we sent to the Ranfelts, disappeared without a trace. They were all skilled adventurers. We suspect it was the doing of Bishop Straf. He's a high-ranking priest who assisted the Ranfelts in driving out the Plaths. So you haven't informed the rest of the order about this plan? Yes. I'm doing this of my own accord. Have enough authority to do it, so intend to report it after it is done. We need definite proof of necromancy being used. It could be dangerous. The whole city could turn against us. Yes, that is why I called you all here today. Believe all of you will be able to fend for yourselves in the worst-case scenario. Ranfelt Manor Underground Chamber. WAF. Ugh. It's been a while since the order sent them. Do you think it's time for them to make a move again? If that's the case, I'll welcome them. After all, they're just sending more sacrifices me way. Hatoba Order Trist Temple Bishop Straf Azuraskans. Ag. WRGH. It's quite the amount. Can your body handle it? Of course not. That is why. Protect my body with the grace of the great goddess. Hope they will send some formidable adventurers this time. That way can benefit more. We've arrived. This is Trist City. Asakaskans. This is, quite the state. With crime so rampant, it's not how it normally is like. Oh, and hold on to your belonging. Run. 11 Ah. My money. Damn brats. This place is every man for themselves. Wow, no wonder it's called the City of Sin. Even young children are like that. Ha, how can we trust staying the night at an inn in this place? Know of a place. Follow. You want us to stay here? At the Plath's manor? Azuraskans, yep. That's right. He wants us to stay at the house of the family he brought down. Has overworking driven him mad? We have no intentions of making excuses. Azuraskans, all those who have dipped their hands in banned magic should have been punished, and that includes my father. But hasn't the Ranfelts also broken the law? Head of the Plath household Sildera, we cannot just let them get away with it. Agree. We cannot just watch the Trist parish commit all these acts of violence. In other words, it's Trist's fault, not ours. He managed to redirect the hatred towards Trist parish. What a scary man. Since we agree on this matter, would appreciate your help regarding the operation against Ranfelt. Will do my best to help. What is your plan? They have reinforced their security recently. It's impossible to approach the mansion unless you're someone who's highly ranked. Yes, that's why. Thought I'd ambush the Ranfelt residence. Azuraskan, sorry. You've made it all the way in here. An aura user and high-ranked mage, you must be pretty famous, but that is all pointless in the face of the power of the dark. High-ranked undead spectre Azuraskans. Found the evidence. We just need to capture them and go back, right? Yes, that should be good enough evidence. Those 3 are going to be good money. Ooh, that's nice. You dare laugh. Let's see how long you can keep it up for. Go. Absorb their life essence. 10. The light of the goddess shall punish all that is impure. There's a priest. Ha. Miss Sarah T. Told you that we have to Captu. Fat Hat wasn't me. What is going on? The mansion is transforming. Goodness that they changed the space. Azuraskans, this is possible. Haha. What a nice harvest. An aura user and a 6th circle mage. Even Inquisitor alias. This voice, it's you. I'm certain. If we're unlucky, this might be our grave. This barrier is mixed with divine power and necromancy power. I've never seen a barrier like this one before. There isn't anything can do against it. Have to use only chaos mana and necromancy power. You don't know this spell? How can some hillbilly town priest pull this off when even you don't recognize the spell? There is nowhere to run. Something's coming. On. Fat Hats. Azuraskans. A necromancy puppet, chaotic golem. The remaining 2 are useless. Way, guess this woman will do Azuraskans. Irrelevant. What a desirable soul. Heek. Miss Sarathi, told you to be careful. How did you do that without using aura? Ats. The weak points of chaotic golems are the spots where mana doesn't flow. The issue is that the flow keeps shifting, making it tough to pinpoint the weak spots. Of course, can do it since have plenty of experience. Sorry, but you're on your own now. If run out of stamina, I'm finished too. Tell Azuraskans shouldn't the young master be stepping in by now? Let's test my theory. Azuraskans. Annoying little things. Azuraskans, how is that bastard destroying my chaotic golem so easily? Shouldn't have underestimated those two. Should have absorbed the necromancy scrolls sealed in the Hatoba order too. That's enough. You amateur necromancer. Guess was right. What's going on? Azuraskans. The barrier is collapsing. Yui, what have you done? Nothing much, that I just placed my own barrier on top of yours. Acting so high and mighty when you're just an amateur. Hahi, amateur. As if. Arise, dead of the underworld. Ha. How can he summon them? The barrier fell. Can't do much against this type of basic necromancy. We need to handle them ourselves. Get ready to fight. They all look like high-ranked undead. You call this basic necromancy? Azuraskans. Seems like he has more necromancy power than we thought. We'll be fighting forever at this rate. The longer we fight, the worse it gets for us. Let's make a break for it when we get the chance. Dark Blade. Ha, not bad. Azuraskans, but it's useless against my overwhelming power. Come. Demon of Gehenna. Contractor, state your desires. Kill those men and bring me the woman. Who exactly am supposed to kill? Man. I've never seen a necromancer fall for an illusion so easily. Illusion? Since when? Since your barrier broke. You really are an amateur. Azuraskans. It's fine, already can't feel my hands. Won't be able to live a normal life, let alone be a swordsman. Just kill me here. Azuraskans. Don't have any feeling in my hands. Won't be able to live a normal life, let alone be a swordsman. Just kill me here. Young master, why don't we try using a healing spell from a skilled priest? We can't use holy magic. It would go against the natural order. Remember? If that's the case, is there anything we can do with necromancy? Hey, that. Can you use necromancy to give me back my arm? I might be able to, but don't really recommend it. In order to accept the necromancy, you would need to become my servant. Don't tell me, would you be willing to be the servant of an evil necromancer? A servant of a necromancer. Please accept me as your servant. This is the last time we'll ask. Are you sure about this? Okay, then let's start. Yes, this is better than never being able to pick up a sword again. In the name of Karnak Jestard, Lord of Darkness, I ask of thee. Sarah T. Allen, will you become my servant? Yes. Open your mind, and accept this contract of servitude. If you do so, you will regain what you have lost. Sarah T. Allen. With this, you are now my servant. Yes, my master. Good for you, Sarah T. Now, what should we do about the kidnapped Alias and Relthane? Straf's necromancy power is stronger than thought. So it'd be better to use large-scale necromancy instead of chaos mana. Oh no. If that happens, the city will be destroyed. That's why we have two choices. First, we get ready and then go save Alias and Relthane. Second, we give up on them and run away. Ugh, isn't either choice going to make us the bad guy? Monster, kill it. What? Wait. Monster? What are you talking about? This city is so corrupt. Everyone falls into a panic as soon as an issue arises. Get to save my necromancy powers too, so easy ag. Why do you have to cause such a scene? I'm making an undead army. What, right here? This is the best choice in order to face against Straf. Luckily there's enough death energy to use in the city. However, there weren't enough bodies to control. Had no choice. If there aren't enough, just have to make them. Although it's a little evil, it's to save our friends, we had no choice. 000, is this okay? Although, if didn't say that, they probably would have just left the other two behind. Also, he doesn't seem as evil as the rumors say. He's only targeting members of Ranfelt. He's leaving the ordinary townspeople alone. Knew you would try to kill me. You're the one using this chance as an excuse to get rid of me. Today is the day that I'll kill you. Gah. Damn it, what the hell is going on? No, ugh. Oh my, looks like things are working. This should be more than enough to make things even. Awakened.my army. March forward. Becoming the servant of someone like this, will be okay. Although everything is going according to plan, Straf's necromancy power is stronger than thought, huh? He managed to summon a death dragon and 7 trumpeters. Should be the only one capable of using that spell. Since the past changed, maybe people managed to obtain some of my items. Let's go, we'll be found out like this. What'll get found out? Wow. This is pretty big. There was a basement underneath the estate like this? This voice. Told you I'd see you soon, right? Straf. How did they get here? You seem quite tired. Fighting the zombies must have taken a toll on you. Alias and Relthane. An altar to sacrifice them to the demon. But they haven't been sacrificed yet. TSK, so all of this is your doing. You 003 Ezuraskans. But it seems you're mistaken about something. Although it's true that I'm tired, Gra, it's not enough that can't face you bastards. Gron. I'll make you regret crawling into here. Go. Come, slaves of the soul. Call you from the depths of purgatory. You sure get fooled easily. Did you think wouldn't have been able to tell what you were thinking? So all of these are illusions. Then just. Which one do have to kill? Huff huff. Quaff. Cook. Overexerted myself to get out of the counter summon, so now don't have enough mana. Cook, to think a mere human would be able to do this to me, huff huff Azuraskans. Ah. The summoning gate is back. Just you wait. I'm leaving now, but once get back, I'll find you first. Then I'll make sure you can't die or live. This is a promise from hell. You. Trying to run after everything we've done. TSK. Think we'll let you? Just you wait. I'm leaving now, but once I'm back, I'll find you first. Then I'll make sure you can't die or live, this is a promise from hell. You. Trying to run after everything we've done. TSK. You think we'll let you become extinct here? What? My mana. It's flowing backwards. No. Ah. My body. Does it always hurt this much? Huff huff, thanks for letting me use your body, Miss Sarah T. Once you release the aura. Okay, now there's only one more bastard to deal with. Oh. Fine. Surrender. I'll tell you all the information. No. What do you want to know? Hey, think you're misunderstanding something. What? It's simpler to just kill you and just make your soul descend to interrogate you, so why would make things more complicated? Sarah T, is there a reason can't kill that guy? Nope. Kill him. Perfect. Hyuk. Wait. Okay, then. Time for business. Wow, how generous. It's around 30 servings. Oh. We'll be able to go home. We've gathered enough, so should we return? Sure. I'll look into whether there are any good restaurants on the way back. Excuse me. You can't just leave these guys here. Oh, yeah. Totally forgot about them. What? The three of you defeated Straf by yourselves. But he's not someone you can beat with just 3 people. We were lucky. A while after you were injured by golems and dragged down to the basement, a sudden army of zombies hit the residence. It seems some other necromancer used the commotion to rise in revolt. If you think about Straf's character, it makes sense. Yes. He must have run low on necromancy power from defending, so he ran into the basement. We didn't miss out on that opportunity and got Miss Sarathy's help to defeat him. So that's what happened while we were unconscious. Have nothing to say other than it must have been Hatoba's blessing. We owe you again, what a relief. Alias, we didn't touch the corpse, so please carry out the purification ritual. What an incredible amount. Compared to the other necromancers, he has at least 10 times the amount of the darkness of the end. Huh. Why is there necromancy power left? Didn't you tahi it all out with the info? It'd be too obvious if just blatantly to it all. Think we're done. Since we've defeated Straf, Ranfelt has now lost their primary force. The city will soon stabilize. We can leave the rest of the work to the order. The day is bright, so let's. What? So you've become a knight of the Jester Barony, Sarah T. What are you talking about? Why? Is it that surprising? Realized from last night's events that Baron Karnak is someone worth pledging my allegiance to. Huh, your eyes aren't smiling. I see. Well, since you found someone to serve, that's good. Yes. Think we'll return to the territory in order to officially ordain her. So this is goodbye. Thank you for your cooperation. When the opportunity arises, we will see each other again. Jester Estate, my lord. Oh, it's nice to see you all again. Welcome back. Have you been well all this time? Who is this beautiful woman? Could it be? Has the Lord brought? My lord, is this person? I'll introduce her. This is Sarah T. Allen. From now on, she is a new knight of the Jester Barony. Nice to meet you. Knight? Ah, my lord, even if our territory is on the edge, you cannot just take anyone in as a knight. This is troublesome. Dame Sarah T. Show them. Battle aura. No, if so, definitely would have learned of it, arg. Have no clue. Let's think more about that later and block the hole that's spreading darkness for now. Understand that the darkness of the end flows somehow and gets through time and space to spread throughout this land. So just need to make a powerful physique that can investigate dangerous time and space. Wash the darkness down several strands. And manipulate it in detail without making any mistakes, Time-space investigation powerful physique. Eye of darkness complete. Seriously, you're telling me you haven't even awakened your battle aura yet? Weren't you the world's greatest martial artist? Within the forest in the Deventer territory next to the Jester territory. That was before regressed, miss when you were the Death King. It made things easier when you gave me the dark battle aura. No, we're trying to raise the Eye of Darkness, but why are we in the Deventer territory? Because it'll be a hassle if we get caught using necromancy on our territory. When think about what the Deventer did to my family, this is just a mere prank. You bastard, I won't forgive you, Karnak. Is that so? Unsure. Alright, it's about time. Azuraskans, what are you going to do with the Eye of Darkness? I'm going to send this through time-space to see if there's a way to close the door of darkness. Isn't it too quiet? It's because we didn't open up time-space. It's only looking inside it. It's not like a kite causes hurricanes, does it? I'll use the eye to enter the infinity realm while unconscious. Make sure to protect me. Okay. Sure. Azuraskans, alright, seems like it's working. Let's see. What's that? Wow. Looks like found it. The Tree of Emptiness, Astra Schnaf. This is the true form of the authority used to wield. Azuraskans know shouldn't be the one to say this, but it's pretty ugly. Oh, so this is how the darkness of the end is spreading. Just need to stop this. Alright, where's the core of the authority? Looks like it's over there. Might be able to get some information out of it. Stay back, mortal. What? Azuraskans, this place is forbidden for those who are destined to disappear. Whoa, who are you? Am death. Death, and darkness. Destined to destroy. What the hell is going on? This power, it's the darkness of the end. How is it able to control my power with ease? In the name of Tezranik. Tezranik? Return. You pitiful mortal. Okay. Master. Young master. Goo. Are you okay? Azuraskans, what happened? Your body started floating and you passed out. Did something go wrong? We can talk about that later. What was the name of the god those cultists believed in? The god of death or something? Are you talking about Tezranik? The dark god of death and darkness that the Order of the Black God serves. Yeah, that. He was there. You mean that cultist god? You're telling me he's real? No, it can't be. Then why did something like that exist? There's a problem within the sanctuary. Azuraskan's Order of the Black God Pope of Death. How so? It's considered a sanctuary because nothing can approach it. Order of the Black God Dark Lord. That's odd. Order of the Black God Priestess of Destruction. Need to confirm it myself. An issue in the sanctuary. Did you call for me? Lord Elazar. Can you please get Hudel for me? Tell him that I'm looking for him. Elazar de Replation Azuraskan's Imperial Mage of the Linarcia Empire, one of 3 Archmages, Priestess of Destruction. In the end, I couldn't find a way to stop the opening. After that, tried approaching it multiple times to no avail. If this continues, we'll be found. That's too dangerous. All can figure out right now is that the Order of the Black God believes in this Tezranic. The issue is what kind of stance they are taking. Stance. Are they people taking advantage of power that falls from the tree, or are they people that are disturbing the tree to obtain power at random? If it's the latter, it becomes an issue. Why? What's different about the two? Disturbing the tree means that they are able to influence powers beyond time and space. That means they can grow the realm. That difficult task took even me years to accomplish. That was the first time regression spell. So you're saying that if the Order of the Black God is disturbing the tree, then they have absolute power that goes beyond my powers as the Death King. Oh my, if they have that kind of power, there's no need for them to do anything unnecessary. That's also why they are able to contain that Tezranic being in the void. Where the hell did that bastard come from? No. What if part of your power gained consciousness and became this Tezranic being? TSK, you need to stop reading those stories. Does that make sense to you? How would power be conscious? That could be true. Huh. Nothing about this makes sense. You're telling me that the tree named itself Tezranic and is acting as a god. That means you're capable of making gods now. You need to control your kids, %. Who said it's true? I'm just saying there's a chance. We still don't know the truth though. You're right. I'll need to look into the Order of the Black God first. The lower members won't help. I'll need to investigate the higher officials. If want to gain useful information. Azuraskans, it'll be difficult to find them with our current methods though. They're hard to find, right? Guess we'll have to enter the King's Order. King's Order, a special imperial organization created to hunt members of the Order of the Black God. After the Age of Chaos, under the orders of the 7 Goddesses Order, Inquisitors and Darkness Hunters have killed necromancers. Despite this, the appearance of the Order of the Black God throughout the continent started to cause issues. Especially since plenty of members are high nobles or royalty that joined the Order of the Black God, it was difficult for the 7 Goddess Order to handle everything on their own. That's why the 7 nations got together and developed a special division, that's King's Order. Members of the King's Order are given the right as censors, allowing for them to investigate and arrest those suspected to be cultists, with rare cases allowing them to execute individuals. Because of that, the selection conditions are strict and you are only able to join through referrals. That's the issue though. How are we supposed to have connections to an imperial organization, seriously? Was known as a darkness hunter for a good period of time, maybe should have worked more near the capital. Huh. Is being a part of the King's Order your plan? If you want, can get you the opportunity to apply right now. I'll ask for a referral, okay? Huh. Us? Dame Sarati, you had connections like that? Perfect, pack your bags. Let's head over soon. That's my servant. Azuraskans. Since the King's Order needs support from a cleric from the Seven Goddesses Order when they are accepting members, there is a condition that they need to receive a recommendation or be vetted by them. A first-rank Inquisitor like Alias obviously has the authority to give a recommendation. But Sarah T., how do you know this? Heard it from Alias himself. He called us to the Ranfelt family incident with the plan of giving us a recommendation in the first place. Wow, it was such a shame when you said you were suddenly going to return to your territory. Was about to recommend the three of you to the King's Order. I'm so happy that the three of you returned like this. Gosh, we almost missed a good opportunity. Here, this is the recommendation letter. You can take this to headquarters. Although this won't guarantee you from joining, if it's you three, think it'll be possible. Wish Hatoba's blessing on you. Thank you. Azuraskans, you Steel Kingdom's capital Drunta. King's Order Headquarters, Azuraskans. Everyone seems quite talented. They're better than expected. Saw 2 aura users. The capital is different. The three of you must have waited long. We've confirmed the recommendation letter you brought, so I'll guide you to the Order Lord. Welcome. Am the commander of the King's Order, Irantal. King's Order Commander Purple Knight Irantal von Nayad Azuraskans. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Confirm the recommendation letter. The three of you are qualified and your identities are secure. Above all, it's a recommendation from Inquisitor Alias, which means it's quite trustworthy. However, you must know that that's not enough to enter the King's Order, right? Roughly heard about it. That there is a training period for new members. It's in order to prevent pagans from infiltrating, so please understand. Azuraskans. Then I'll give you all your first task. What? But we just joined, ugh, haha. That's what our line of work is like. There's always work, and we're always busy. Okay, welcome to the King's Order. 0, ugh. No way. They won't work us like dogs before abandoning us, right? Say hello. I'm Tarman, the 4th Battalion's General, and will be guiding you throughout your practical placement duration. Alban Viscounty 2nd Son 5th Circle Mage Jarman. I'm called. I'm Alice. Delim's dual blade swordsman called Goddess of Ocean Ardma Toon Drank Inquisitor Alice. Nice to meet you. But is the King's Order always this busy? To have to go do work immediately, Azuraskans, you had bad timing. You came on a day where we got a mission. Didn't expect the General to be a mage, though. Why? Is it strange for a mere 5th Circle Mage to have aura users as his subordinates? Ah, I'm not saying that you're weak. In our line of work, identity is also a part of ability because we have to deal with secular powers. In this world, the power of your family is more important than ability. Azuraskans. As you work, you'll learn, but the main jobs of the King's Order are the collection of information, tracking down pagans, 100 Sureshura Res Everest sends 500. Abducting key figures, and interrogation, not fighting. Just because you're strong at fighting doesn't mean you'll be good at this line of work. Why does it sound like there are only wicked missions? You got that right. Our job is to do wicked things to pagans. That's why mages that can use diverse methods are more advantageous in this line of work than aura users. Most of the generals in the King's Order are mages. Then shouldn't clerics also be qualified? The King's Order was also made in order to keep the 7 Goddesses Order in check. We cannot give a priest a general position. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, then I'll explain the mission. We received information that a regional noble has joined the Order of the Black God. The suspect is Count Brelant, at the south of Steel Kingdom. We will disguise ourselves as adventurers, go to the Brelent County, and get proper evidence before punishing the Count with the King's name. I'm sorry, but that's all the info. We know nothing further. What? That's it. So we have to go even though we don't know if he's actually a pagan or not. So, that's what the King's order is for. To find that out. Haha. My gosh, this is driving me crazy. Azuraskans understand why the King's order is so busy now. Ha. Azuraskans Count Brelent's castle. Son. Count, your son's sickness is getting worse by the day. You need to open your eyes now. No way. Do you think don't know what the fate of those who fall into necromancy is? You 003 Azuraskans. What bring back someone from death? That's just a moving corpse. Until now, that was the case. But we can't call that true necromancy. Azuraskans, you need to serve Tezranic the true power of darkness, and use it properly. If you do, death won't be fate, but merely the result that those who cannot cure illnesses will face. But how can you call curing an illness an evil act? And your son is still young. Accepting death as the fate of a young child? Do you think that's truly the natural logic of the world? Cough, father. Cough. Well, the 7 goddesses' order were of no help anyway. Ugh, Azuraskans. If can give my son a new life. Okay. Want to convert to Tezranic. Will you accept me? Brelent County, an inn in the outskirts. We'll begin collecting information from now on, and this may be obvious, but you cannot let it be known that you're from the King's order. There's no need to put others on their guard. We need to use a method that seems unrelated to pagans. Take this. A wanted list. Who is this? Helen Krat, a notorious wanted criminal in the capital. He's talented at disguises, so he hasn't been caught yet. Wanted Helen Krat. His face sure looks. Is this man related to this incident? Nope, not at all. What? Although he looks like this, he's actually one of our members. From now on, we are bounty hunters chasing this criminal. So you're trying to collect info as a bounty hunter. Then let's split into 3 teams and go around investigating. Azuraskans, yes, sir. Have you seen this man? Not sure. Has anything strange happened in the city? Apologize for suddenly dropping by, Count. Azuraskans, we are from the Adventurer Guild, and we are bounty hunters. Think the criminal has run away to the county. Can we ask for your cooperation? Of course. A dangerous man wandering through the territory is bad for us too. We'll cooperate. Thank you. We won't do anything that gives you trouble. Then, goodbye. Is that really it? Yes. Let's return to the inn. Already? What have we even done? What was the point of meeting the Count if this was all we were going to do? Haha, although it doesn't seem like much, it was enough. Azuraskans already caught on. Now, let's exchange our information. About Count Brelent. He lost his wife early, and his son is his only family. But they say that his son has been suffering from an incurable disease that even holy healing spells cannot resolve. A perfect case for cultists to take advantage of. Another suspicious point is that the crime rate dropped down drastically. The Count led the charge to expel many criminals. But if so, then those criminals would have moved to other towns. Have you heard of any such tales on the way here? A mass disappearance. A common occurrence when dealing with necromancers. We visited the Count himself and found something interesting. Every window was fitted with thick curtains as if there was a need to block out the sun. A familiar tale. That means a vampire, right? Castle of Count Brelent. Do you not despise me, son? Why would hate you? It's my first time realizing that life could be so calming. All humans already need to kill in order to eat and survive, and merely drink what is obtained through the order and do not harm anyone. My diet has changed is all. It's better than death. I'm glad you think so. Yes. My son hasn't changed. He's still polite and vigilant. See now that the Order of the Black God are not heretics. Everybody's calmer than expected. How strong are vampires? Vampires? A few times stronger than when they were human. Nothing you should be scared of, Miss Sarah T. But aren't ancient vampires pretty strong? They're often discovered quickly. It's usually impossible for them to stay alive for long. Then what if an aura user or a mage becomes a vampire? They won't be able to use aura or magic, so they become weaker. They need to retrain themselves with dark mana. See? Are you worried? No, it's bad to be arrogant, but we're the kingdom's cream of the crop. A vampire is nothing we can't, hm. Caw shit. So they decided to sneak attack us. When did they? Couldn't sense anyone. As thought, it's the king's order. Ugh, damn dogs of the royals, a wound like this is no. Impurity shall burn in from of the goddess light. Shit, get the priestess first. Can't let you do that. Come on out. Ugh. Golem. Lightning blast. OL. Thank you for healing me, Priest Alice. No, we are the ones who are thankful. We would have died if not for you, Miss Sarati, Yus 58. Thank you for your hard work. Because of you, we now have evidence of the Count's crimes. Miss Alice, please contact headquarters. Let them know that we are ready to judge the Count House of Brelent. Count Brelent Castle, it's a den of vampires, catch them all. Don't miss a single one. In the name of the goddess, punish evil. Find Count Brelent as well as his son. Yes. Reaper scans. Tesranak, please watch over him. Please hurry, young master. Oh. As thought, he's coming this way. What, who are you? Azuraskan's man. You can't just leak a trail of necromancy power like that. The king's order. Young master, run away. Shit, when did they get here? Ugh. Necromancy. Now, let's get straight to the point. Who's the bad guy here again? Amok. Can't seem to get used to this stuff, is that so? Okay, we're set. Olo, wait. Why are you burning them? We need to report that we found them. Ate up all the darkness of the end they had. Have nothing to give to them. What? All of it? Sir, you're accumulating a lot of necromancy power. It won't be manageable with just chaos magic alone. Are you sure about this? It doesn't seem like the situation will allow for such sluggishness. Azuraskans. Are you worried about something? Both Durald and Straf worry me. Straf maintained his holy powers despite becoming a necromancer. And Durald was able to use aura despite being a vampire. We had some trouble, but we took care of them, right? We did, but the fact that they didn't lose their powers is no small matter. As you might know, energies don't mix. That's why in order to learn something, you need to give the others up. But that rule has now been broken. With the darkness of the end, mages can use both magic and necromancy. And aura users can use both aura and necromancy. That's always been a thing though, right? Arch-liches, death knights, and whatnot. But in those cases, there's a side effect of becoming an undead or losing your sanity. Now, you can keep your mind while using your old powers and necromancy. The strong, who have steered clear of necromancy until now, will begin experimenting with it. It's an opportunity for their stagnating power to grow at a rapid pace. Even the 4th Martial King and the 3 Grand Mages could become our enemies. Just getting a little bit stronger won't cut the bill. Need to gather as much power as can. King's Order Headquarters, good work on the last mission. Tarman praised your conduct very highly. He said he was the one who was helped. So was wondering Azuraskans. If you would like to join the King's Order right now, considering everything you've done in the previous mission. Have Tarman's strong recommendation of you, King's Order Grandmaster Erantel von Nyas. Then. Yes. Welcome aboard to the King's Order. Woa. We're eating kaya. Good today. Yay, anyways, to celebrate your entry, you need to start working. What, right now? We have a lot of work piled up. Ugh. Was it the right choice to enter such a crazy organization? And so, days of working passed by. Annihilating cultists. Tesraniac. Ah. You crazy bastards. Good. I'm finally at the 6th circle. King's Order Headquarters. Hey, did you hear? Hear what? About Baron Karnak. He's already a 6th circle mage. What, really? Wasn't he at the 4th circle just recently? Well. It must be his God-given talent. Haha, I'm worried they might think of me as a necromancer celebration. 6th circle Richetti wasn't planning it, but when stood I in the countryside with a single code, my circles didn't advance, but now, with the resources of the Kingdom, managed to con a 6th circle mage. How could? People don't know how the darkness of the end works. Who's going to suspect you? Please STO. Ha, Grandmaster. We might really have a Grand Mage on our hands. Phew. Nobody is suspecting me of being a necromancer. Azuraskans, I've got more good news for you. The captain spot of the 7th Division is empty. I want you to take it. This was decided through internal deliberation. What? Me? Yes. Everyone agreed on it. Looking at your contributions, you're more than worthy. People have great expectations of you. Please continue working hard. I understand. A promotion. That means more work. It'll be easier to catch cultists, but... 1 week later, southeast of you, Steel Kingdom border fortress Arthra. Basement of the Central Tower 44 Agi O Latiel, please offer that sinful soul the slumber of repentance. Af. This is horrible. 4010 King's Order 7th Division Goddess of the Sun follower of Latiel Toon drank Inquisitor Milia. No inquisitors must torture cultists if they need to. Ugh, can't, but I'm just grateful get to stay outside while Captain Karnak does his thing. He's such a good man. Af. Said I'll spill everything, so please. Don't care. Just keep screaming. Qua. Oh ho, this one's lasting quite a while. Think we've done enough to pretend like we were questioning him. Milia will believe it. Ah. He died. Oh, really? Now it's my turn. Azuraskans. Tezranik is the destructive god of darkness and death as well as the Genesis god that will bring a new order into this world. Ah, shit, another bust. Every one of them we catch unironically believes in their god. Ha, how come none of them really knows what's going on? So, what we've discovered so far is that their order is ruled by 3 leaders, they have 6 cardinals and 13 archbishops. God leader cardinals archbishop bishop priest and each region's bishop runs their own small organization. All we've captured are normal priests, so they have no useful information, we're going to need to catch at least a bishop. I'm hoping we can get someone higher up on the ladder, TSK, 000. Why won't some big incident occur? Irantel's office. Ahem. So, about that mission. There's a rumor that someone in Drunta, the capital, cooperated with the cult, something like that. What's up with him? So who's the suspect? The suspect is the second prince of the Usteel Kingdom. His Highness Alfred Ludden Usteel. The prince? This is big. In the Usteel Kingdom. The current king, King Whisket Eye, has 2 sons who are fighting fiercely over who would succeed him. There is the first prince, Lloyd Ludden Usteel. And then there's the second prince, Alfred Ludden Usteel. Azuraskans. Although it would make sense for the first prince, Lloyd, to succeed the king, he has a tragic backstory. Melia of the Count Feeler family was accepted to the family through an arranged marriage and became the true queen. However, over the last few decades, their inability to have a child was considered a large issue for the future of their families. So in order to gain an heir to the throne, the king had no choice but to accept Calpia from the Marquis Talion family. And 3 months after she joined the family, there was news of her pregnancy. That child was Lloyd, the first prince. The king was blighted and announced Prince Lloyd as his successor in the name of goddess Allium. However, that was when Queen Melia was able to have a child. That child was Alfred, the second prince. The royal household was in dismay. The eldest first prince versus the direct bloodline second prince. Since it was hard to determine who was more important, deciding on who would succeed the king was a tough decision. The indecisive King Whisket Eye, who couldn't decide, told them, "We'll make a decision once both princes become adults," and ended the conversation. Ha! He brushed off the decision. I'm sure that brought plenty of repercussions. Thank you capital Drunka fasten our shirts of delasters. Don't you think he meant that one of the princes would become king if something happened to the other? And to no surprise, the 2 families that have served the princes for over 20 years have never stopped fighting. Don't you think it's interesting? It's a shit show. Ugh, if there's not enough reason, isn't choosing based on their ability or personality the easiest thing to do? Yes, am aware that the face where is Alfred's. However, am not Alfred. Am Lloyd Ludden Usteel, the first prince and the rightful heir to the throne. So you're telling me, that your souls have been swapped? Yes. See, wasn't aware since was too shocked to see the second prince. But now that take a closer look I can tell that the wrong soul is in that body. The shape of his body and soul don't align, and his soul is also disrupted. Assume this is hard for you to believe. There are plenty of spells in necromancy that can cause this. Nu did a good job in contacting the king's order. If it was you, Nu you'd recognize that was under a necromancy spell. Do you think ordinary magicians outside of the king's order would be able to recognize necromancy? Maybe this will be easier than thought. No, that would be impossible with a mere magical eye. I'm only able to understand since can see the facts. You 314E. Then how is a non-necromancer like you able to believe that I'm Prince Lloyd? It would be odd for you to act as someone else and say that you reported yourself. Members of the King's Order have basic knowledge of necromancy too. Then is there no way to use magic and prove that I'm under a necromancy spell? Ha! Let's first look at the facts of this event. Can you explain the details of what happened the day your souls swapped? The details, you say. It was 5 days ago. Azuraskins. That day, was going through my daily treatment of holy healing magic before going to bed. What, you get treated daily with healing magic? Aren't rumors about my body being weak prevalent? That hat is true, good work. Even zombies might be healthier than him. And without much issue, fell asleep. The entire estate is always protected by a holy barrier anyway. However, I woke up in my brother's body. Is necromancy really this strong? Something doesn't make sense to that. Means that they were able to cast a necromancy spell capable of piercing through the barrier. Then they must have prepared something within the estate. But there was nothing. Anyways, was in an odd place when woke up. Ugh, where am I? Why do feel healthy? I don't feel pain and my fever is gone. My joint pain disappeared too. Huh. What's with this muscular body? Where am I? Have been kidnapped. Are you awake, Prince Lloyd? An odd place with unknown people. What have you done to me? Oh, it seems like you are unaware. Allow me to show you. A mirror. Wait, this face. Alfred? Haha, you and Prince Alfred have switched bodies. As a result of the great power of Lord Tesranic. Yanin Tesranic? Cultists. Why did you switch our bodies? Prince Lloyd. What do you want from me? Nothing in particular. All you need to do is to stay here and be a good beau. Wait. All the windows were blocked with steel bars, and the doors were locked. However, to be honest, didn't hate staying there. Wasn't sick, and the meals were the best. The happiness you gain from eating good food is amazing. I've never been able to eat like that since I've always had stomach problems. The happiness you get from eating? Fully understand what you mean. We used to cry after only eating wheat bread. How are you guys able to understand that? Excuse me, but then how were you able to escape? Oh, about that. Azuraskins. Even after hearing my story, you won't be able to believe it. What? He's not alarmed by me at all. They must not know I'm Lloyd. Only a few people knew our bodies had been switched with the use of necromancy. Thanks to that, was able to hop over the walls while pretending to leave for a stroll. But have nowhere to go to with this body. Don't think my servants would believe me either. So asked the king's order for help and hid myself in the slums. That is the end of my story. It'd be better to capture the cultists who have done this so far. Azuraskins. The issue is, cultists are hard to find once they go into hiding. They likely have already evacuated the manor where you were held and moved elsewhere. Then what should we do? Will the king's order send out scouts to track them down? We can't waste time when we don't know what Prince Alfred is planning. We need to make the necromancers come to us themselves. Few 000. Guess I'll need to act as bait. Determined. Unfortunately, you won't be enough. Knights would be enough to capture you. Oh, then is there another option? We'll prepare a bait no necromancer can refuse. Have a plan. That's where Prince Lloyd's supporters are. Have our men made contact with them yet? It doesn't seem like it. That's a relief. Send the Crimson Flame Squad after them. Yes, sir. Thank goodness. Can bring His Highness here. Azuraskans, Delane Street. Do you have business with me? Prince Alfred, we've come to get you. Do look like Prince Alfred to you? What? Heard he's not in his right mind, it's as the captain said. 220. We've been ordered to bring you to a certain place even if you resist. UC 800 of 141 UC 800 of 141 This is for you, your highness, so please, Azuraskans. Prince, are you okay? Who are you? You want to take the prince away? Go ahead and try it. OL what? Of. What is this sudden chill? Could it be? Is this an evil spirit of a necromancer? NGH, how horrifying that is this really magic? 2 days ago slums of Runta hide out of Karnak and his party. So, what's this bait for necromancers? Please elaborate. He really fit in quickly. Elegant Azuraskans. Necromancers, scared to be outed as such, oftentimes don't reveal themselves unless it is to fight a strong enemy. That's why we're going to set an enemy with the same conditions. A necromancer as bait. UD 478 UD 559 UC 0 E5 Ha, a necromancer. They'll expect us not to call the order on them as we will join forces with necromancers as well. And necromancers can steal each other's powers to become stronger, so they'll undoubtedly appear. But collaborating with a necromancer is still, it'll only look like you did. If we use the confiscated belongings of the necromancers and use magic to trick them, of course, I'm lying, it'll be indistinguishable for the typical necromancer. See how the king's order would see such things as necessary. Let's go with that plan. Who's going to act as the necromancer? Hope it's not me. So it was me. I'm depressed. Your Highness Prince Lloyd, are you hurt? 00 Thanks to Sarah T. I'm fine. Azuraskans. That aside, it really looked like necromancy even though knew it was actually magic. Is that so? That's a relief. Because it's the real deal. Saw one escape. Is that enough? Yes, the one who ran away will report it. We just need to wait until the necromancers take the bait. Azuraskans. As expected, they sent a necromancer. My surveillance magic has tracked them. Are all of those ghosts out to get us? He really rushed himself here. Let's get armed and moving. Got it. Those damned bastards roping in innocent townsfolk. But they aren't being harmed. They're quite nice, actually. Mean, do they need to? Well, more corpses mean more servants, you know. Is that the thought process of all necromancers? Oh, maybe not everyone. Wah. On Lost Spirit is down. Where was it? Power of Darkness. That way. Go, my minions. Kale, let's go. It must be them. But, what's that? Hiya. A mop. Hiya. A frying pan. Why are they carrying such things? Is it some sort of necromancy we don't know about? They're here. Let's commence our plan. All right. They're doing something. Let us take care of them first. Lost ones, open your eyes and reach out your hands of chaos. They've got some skill this time. It's been a while since saw this necromantic field. Let's get moving. Ka. What? He's just annoyingly moving around and he dodges everything. Ha. Ta. Why is that woman so tough? Sarah T, let's do that. Do that? What are they talking about? They threw it. What is it this time? Gasp. Our necromantic field was swept away by their necromantic energy. You won't be able to face us with such tricks. Just what spells are they using? Let me handle this. Power of hell. Become the power of chaos within me. He demonized. Ha. Shit. That again. Huff huff, whenever they swing that thing our attacks all are blocked. Just what are they using? Of course they're clueless. It's literally nothing. Damn it, this again. Every time he shakes his finger, all of our attacks don't go through. What the hell is that spell? Well, of course you wouldn't know. Because it's nothing. Azuraskans. The frying pan and the mob are mere distractions to hide the power of darkness. Even if they believe my story, they should figure it out soon. That's odd. What the hell is going on? The necromancers are here, but the death energy is coming from someplace else. Azuraskans.co. It looks like it's coming from somewhere over there. Is that misdirection? Damn it. They've been playing with us. Alt. Stop wasting your time on those fools. They're only distractions for someone else. What? The real necromancer is on the rooftop. TSK. They figured it out. Let's finish things here. You fools, we've already figured out your spell. Did you think we'd fall for that? All we need to do is defeat the real necromancer. That was nothing. How's that? Azuraskans. What about the bodies? There's still some necromancy power left in them. We can take them just in case for later. Prince Lloyd reported 3 followers. That means there's still one more necromancer hiding. We can use them as bait. Then why hasn't the last one made a move yet? Oh, this is perfect as evidence. Azuraskans, that's what I'm saying. Didn't have the time to intervene. To think the both of them would be defeated. Seriously though, to think they'd fall for a gimmick like that, they must have let their guard down. What should do now? Can't tell how skilled that one is, Can't just let them go like this. Need to follow them and take away all 3 of their powers. Some abandoned hall in the slums. Now, tell me everything there is to talk about yourselves. We are direct underlings of Bishop Detzras. My name is Kale Badson, Azuraskans, am Alt Gelfront. Following the orders of Cardinal Hudel Grenthal, who is in charge of the Usteel Kingdom, we were told to intervene in the following events alongside Bishop Detzras. Bishop Detzras? He's a necromancer within the order, and he's also a 5th circle mage. He was receiving orders from the higher-up as we were going through with our mission. A mage and a necromancer, he must be the one that's hiding. Forget about that. What did you do in order to pierce through the holy barrier and cast a curse to swap the prince's bodies? We had no need to pierce through the holy barrier. That was because the target of the curse wasn't Prince Lloyd but Prince Alfred. What? Prince Alfred cast a curse on himself for his plans. If we utilize a curse to switch bodies between bloodlines, we can easily go through with our plan as long as we have Prince Alfred, even if we don't have access to Lloyd. Even if that's the case, wouldn't the target have to agree for the curse to go through? Azuraskans. We were able to do that by using a magic mirror to show Prince Lloyd's appearance and make it look like he's participating in the curse. You use necromancy to fix the issues with the magic spell in order to perform an impossible curse. But still, why did Prince Alfred switch bodies with Prince Lloyd? Is there anything to gain from that weak body of his? That's. Looks like it's not Yetha. Need to focus. Shadows of the bitter cold. Come forth and open the night of Acheron. The space itself changed. This is. It's similar to when we faced Straf. Azuraskans, they're about the same status too. It's similar in that there's not much we can do. Looks like both mana and necromancy powers have been used together though. If it's similar to last time, isn't this dangerous? Azuraskans, no, it wasn't much of an issue last time either. All we need to do is apply a barrier just like we did with Straf. Scorching magic bullets. Scorching magic bullets. No way. Scorching magic bullets is a sixth circle destructive magic. There's no way a necromancer can use that. It should only be possible if you're blessed by Tesranak. Sarah T, isn't it time to stop pretending to be a necromancer? Azuraskans, you're right. Ha. He also has an aura user. Azuraskans. Nemesis Ghost. Follow your master's command and destroy the enemy. Ugh, is that? For someone who doesn't worship Tesranak, you're using necromancy and magic at the same time. I'm sure it's another trick. Do you think I'll be fooled again? 1. Death King Karnak Art Studio E-News produced by Rock Media. Original work Lim Gyung-bi story adaptation Juran. Ha. Azuraskans Khan Ha. Wow, I want to move like that, Kaya Huff, that's my line. That's rich coming from an. These foolish pagans. I'll show you the teachings of a true god. Azuraskans. Can feel both necromancy and magic, this is bad. Arise, earth souls. Ga. A golem, I thought it was going to be better than that, but it's still very tough, so it'll ing. I'll take it down. A golem's nothing for me. Oh, I'll leave it to you then. Command you. Uck. That one's ing, it doesn't have a physical body and it's able to use proper swordsmanship. Don't worry. No, it's weakness. Tesranak, bless your faithful servant. Asuraskars. Okay, with this I'm going to end it. Teach them a lesson. Golem Knight. Okay. His magic and necromancy fused. A powerful golem that can use death armor swordsmanship. This won't be easy. That's stronger than most high-ranking demons. Authority attack, go. Azuraskans. This doesn't work either. Young master, what should we do now? Didn't think this far. Wait, why are you so carefree? It's coming, dodge. Okay. We'll defeat Detzras. Miss Sarati, please take care of the Golem Knight. Yes. Stop them. Golem Knight. Bergie. Your opponent is me. Damn it. Barely scratched it. Yala, did you see that? This is the authority of a true god. Can't attack it. What should we do now? Oh, how did you cast that spell? Azuraskan's young master. You've been calm since the beginning. You've got a trump card, right? What is it? Huh. Stop watching. If you have a trump card, hurry up and use it. We're going to die at this rate. Humph, alright, fine. Well, let's leave the questions for later. In order to fight a Golem Knight, you need to be strong. Pardon, why are you saying something so obvious while trying to look cool? Azuraskans. No, I'm not talking about that type of strength. Prepared something just in case. My great master, please give us your command. Aren't they the necromancers you brought with you earlier? Yeah, if it's necromancy you need, these guys are full of it. Azuraskans. Kale, Alt. Arise. Cursed warrior souls. Receive the power of hell, Minan, and through me, become the authority of chaos. Oh my goodness. He can control the necromancy of dead necromancers. He's able to use such complicated spells. Azuraskans. My servants, follow the command of the dark and defeat your master's enemies. Golem Knight. Kill them. Ga. Ugh. Phew, is that it? You foolish bastards. Azuraskans. Your struggles are pointless. Because those two can't kill me.